Hello, everyone. It's your favorite technologist, Tylen, and today I'm here showcasing a video of one of my favorite tools, which is AITable, which is a visual database with artificial intelligence in it, and it does a lot of cool things. I'm also going to be showing other tools related to the project that I'm doing for a client, which I'm going to be using InstaWP, and I'm also going to be using Make, the automation platform. And there's going to be a little bit of GPT inside of this. Now, to give context for this video, I run an agency where I provide a plethora of services, and one of those services is providing white labeled support to high level agency owners. And I have a client that has a client where we're going to be making them a antique e-commerce store. And the end goal of this store is that the end client is never going to log into WordPress to manually create a product or upload a spreadsheet, which I'm going to showcase in this video. We're going to create them a way where they can automatically create products. And then also something else that they requested is that every product after purchase be automatically deleted, which we're also going to set up in automation. I'm not going to do that in this video. The main point of this video is showcasing AITable. There will be other few things showcased here, but the main point of this video is to showcase automation capabilities with AITable and other things like that. Now, how am I going to do this? I'm going to be using some of GPT inside of this. We're going to be using InstaWP, which is a pivotal way that I create all of my WordPress websites and other things like that. We're going to be using AITable, and then we're going to be using the Make automation platform. Now, this video hopefully is going to be no more than 30 minutes or less. I am going to be going through some my own methodologies, the way that I think and other things like that, sharing some information, because I also am creating a video on fully automating an e-commerce store and having it run on autopilot for you or your customers and other things like that. This is just a smaller version of that. So in order to get this started, one thing I want to notate is that what's really cool about this as well is that the client already has a spreadsheet of information that we can use. Now, even though this spreadsheet isn't structured the way we want it, which I'll showcase later, that's perfectly fine. Now, this same client, the high-level agency owner, this is actually my fourth e-com website that I'm making for them. And the first website that we made the process was very terrible in starting because basically this store had about 300 products, and they had no spreadsheet. They had nothing for their products. And these products even had multiple variations of 3 to 5 to maybe more variations. So it was super crazy. So first thing I want to say is, if you're dealing with e-commerce or you want to get in e-commerce, if your clients have a spreadsheet of their stuff, that's great. It's going to speed up the process so much faster. You can do what I'm going to showcase here in order to do that. In other ways, this isn't the only way. There's multiple ways to do this. So the first thing that we need to do is we're going to go to InstaWP and we're going to create our WordPress account. And if you want to learn about WordPress, why I'm such an advocate, and all those other things, I do have content and other videos related on that. I'm not going to be going too much into WordPress into this video, but I have other videos. So my WordPress site was created. I think that took about less than a second. We're inside of this WordPress website. It's completely blank. There are no plugins, which we need to download WooCommerce. So we're going to go do that. All I need to do is type in Woo. I'm going to install this. Activate. I'm going to refresh my screen here. Then the WooCommerce setup wizard is going to activate. Normally I skip through this, but just in case people are literally brand new to WordPress as well, I'm going to go through kind of every little step. So you can just put this regular information here. I'm going to name this the AITable store. That's what this video is based on. We're going to put other. We're going to go to continue. And we are not going to select any of these. One, because we literally do not need them, even if this was not a test video. But those are things you just do not need on your website. For surely you don't need them in the beginning. So we've spun up our WordPress website. We have our e-commerce store. Open a new tab. Here's our shop with no products or anything made. One thing that I am going to do is change the appearance of this. How am I going to do that? By going to the themes. Theme is basically the way that your WordPress website looks, and sometimes it has other functionalities behind that as well. So I'm going to activate the theme. I'm just going to delete the previous theme that was on there. And then if I just open up the store again, it looks a little bit different, even though there's no products. Now, let's get into making our first product. When you come down to your store, you're going to see products here. You click on all products, you're going to see this page. Now, just like any other platform, manually you create a product, which once again, we're not going to have the customer do, but just going to go through this example. So this is AITable coaching for a product. Let's say the price for this is $97, but today we're going to get it for $27. I'm going to make this is a example description. Yippee. This product is not being shipped, so it's a virtual product. I'm not going to get too much literally into that stuff, just putting all the basic things here. Let's put a picture. Let's publish this. And I've created my product. AITable coaching, right? $97, $27. There we go. I have manually made a product. So just wanted to showcase what that looks like, how that is. I'm going to now trash this product. I'm going to go into the trash and I'm going to permanently delete this so I can come back to this screen here. Now, if you do come into WooCommerce, you spin up, you don't make a product manually, you have a spreadsheet. One thing that I want to notate, like I said earlier, this is really good, but this is not formatted the way that we need it to be. And I'm going to showcase that right now, which is why we're going to use ChatGPT a little bit later. So if I go to start import and I come to choose the file, I can click this here. I can go to continue. Now, luckily, this is, even though it's not structured the way that we want, it still has enough of what we need in order for it to work. And sometimes, like for instance, you want to watch out. Like for instance, it says do not import. And if I do not import this, it's going to import all of these products, but all the names are going to be wrong, which we don't want. Right. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to put this as the name of the product and I'm going to run the importer. So my products were created. I can go to all products and here are all those products here with the SKU, with the price, no category, because that can't be imported the way that we did it. Actually, that can be. I just didn't map it. Sorry about that. I don't want to say anything incorrectly. That can be. I just didn't map that. So I've imported these products. I've shown two ways, right? I've shown how to manually create a product, and then I've shown how to import that. Now, what I'm going to do is delete all of these products, right? And even just from uploading a spreadsheet of products and stuff, you can do a lot of e-commerce stuff fast. But once again, we're going to be showing an automated way of doing this. So just going to delete all of these. I need to do this 2 more times. I apologize. Okay, we have no more products. So we made our WordPress site, we installed WooCommerce, we made a product manually, we imported products from a spreadsheet. Now let's get into automating this process. So the first thing that we can do is we can come into AITable now. I'm going to actually come into my account. And if you don't know what AITable is, it's a visual database platform, very similar to Airtable, which is really great. So I have this here. I've already downloaded this, as we can see earlier, because that's what I pulled up. And what's cool about AITable is that you can just come in here, have that spreadsheet, and import it. And everything's going to be right here already, saving a lot of time once again. Now, what I don't need some of these columns here. Now I'm going to delete this. Earlier it was giving me problems. Let's see if it's going to do it again. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's a very small bug that I'm probably only experiencing, and that's perfectly fine. What I'm going to do is just, oh, it changed actually. It saved how I needed to from last time. I actually did not notice that. What I need to do is actually change this here to a multi-select, because that's what it didn't save, and put this in draft just to kind of give some context. So what I've done is import the spreadsheet of products and information that I already have, and then we're going to make these into products really, really easy. And the first way that we can do that is automating this process with webhooks. So I can come to automation, can come to new automation, and what I can say is when this record meets a condition, so that condition is the status, and the status is published. We're going to save that, and then we're going to send a web request, a webhook, right? So well, I need to press save here, and then I need to come here to web requests. We're going to select a post method, and then this is where make comes in. So you would have logged into your Make account, created a Make account. You can do this on any automation platform. I just prefer Make. We can come to create a new scenario. And what we need to do is make a webhook. And this is going to be a custom webhook. I'm going to name this AITable Store Demo, save. And now we have a webhook that's waiting for data to come in so we can structure it. So what I need to do is paste that here. And this is going to be JSON. And I know I don't expect everybody to know this, and it is a little bit confusing and probably different than a lot of automation platforms that you're inside. So really quick, we're going to come to ChatGPT, and we're actually going to cheat here. You can do this without using a custom GPT, but I'm going to use a custom GPT here that I created that's actually an AITable GPT. And actually, if you're paying $20 for your subscription, you can actually just come here to the store and type in AITable, and Maybe it'll pop up. No, it doesn't want to show me now since I'm trying to request it, but that's fine. So I can come to AITable here, and I have something here that says create a JSON format for me. So you can come here and click on this. And when you click on that, it's going to say, hey, I need to know, basically some information and other things like that. And to make this actually really easy, you can just come cheat. So you can actually come to AITable. So I'm just going to save this really quick. I'm going to come back. But you could come here to the view and then just export it. So export whatever you have in here, come inside of ChatGPT. All right, we can see this says grid view because that's where I export it. You can open this and say, here is that information here. Right, so it's asking me, do I want to include or exclude data, which is actually cool. Sometimes it won't, and then you can specify after. Yes, I only want the name, description, SKU, and price. Why did all of those multiple? It's most likely because I didn't specify, but it made what we needed in this first part right here. That's perfectly fine. So we come back into AITable. We come back to our automation. We come back to the web request. And we copy and paste this here. And all you need to do is come in between these quotation marks, press slash, and then map the data of what you need. So product name, description, the SKU, and the SKU might end up giving an error because it should probably be a number, but I don't think it's a number. Like it's a number there, but in the actual field setting, it's not a number. Why didn't it? Price. We're going to save this. Come out of here. We want to turn on this automation. I don't know why I didn't let me turn it on. We turn on this automation. Now remember, our webhooks should still be waiting on data here, right? So we can come to status, publish. The data has been successfully sent, right? Now what I can do really quick is run this again. And I could just exit out of this just to show you how this is going to trigger every time I press publish. Right? This information has sent. What do I see? The product name, the description, the SKU number, and the price. So what will be the next step in this? Just to recap, right? We downloaded WordPress. We created a product manually. We uploaded a product with a spreadsheet. We then have, right, that's the manual way. Now we're going to use AITable to automate this. So we've taken that same spreadsheet, we uploaded into AITable. We made an automation where we send that data somewhere and it receives that data. Now the next step that we need to do is connect this to our WooCommerce. So we're just going to go into WooCommerce next. And all we need to do is go to product. Well, actually, that's not specific. We need to go to create a product. Right. And I've already had done another one on this. So let's just make a new one. This is the AITable store demo. Now I need to connect this to my WordPress store. So we're going to go to WordPress settings. I need to go to integration. Oh, advanced. Sorry about that. REST API. Create an API key. This is a demo and test. So, I'm going to delete this anyway, but you should never share your API keys or have your API keys open or any of those things like that. Safeguard them. Going to generate an API. We're going to copy this. We're going to put that there. There's a consumer secret. We're going to come back and put that here. And then I just need this URL. Save. And then now this store is connected. Now all I have to do is map this data, and I'm just giving minimum data here so we can, plan ahead, think for the future. There goes the price. There goes okay. So what I want to do is save this. I'm going to back out so we actually look at this. And then all I need to do is come here. So really quick, let's come back to our WooCommerce as well. I see my shop here. I'm back inside of AITable. Let's publish this. I can go to make. Oh, I'm sorry. Turn this webhook on. Let it process the old data of what I just submitted. It went through. I can come to the shop. I can see my product was created here. Right? I can see my automation went off, and let's just do a couple more. Publish. 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 There goes my stores, my products already created. Right, here's some information. Now, once again, there's multiple things you can still add here and do all that. I'm not doing all of that because I don't want this video to be longer than it already is. I have about 7 more minutes. So that's the first way, right? I've now shown how we're doing this via webhook. Now let's go to method number 2, which is I can create a form from this same spreadsheet, right? And what I'm going to do really quick, so branding, so index, we don't need a logo, we don't need that. And really quick, I'm just going to come back here because, I can't hide any of those fields. I can't hide the main field anyway. So this is a form. And the same thing, right? I can come here and, let's just do a crazy name. This is the AITable course. This is the best course you will ever get on AITable. Category doesn't matter because we're not mapping that or doing any of that. This needs to be changed. This is a long text, but it's fine. We're going to submit this. refresh, and right here this is the AITable course. That's that right there. Now let's get to so this is still the same automation. I just added a form. I'm going to show you how you can still use a form to do this automation, even if you're not using a webhook. So let's come back here. Let's go to automation. Let's turn this off. And then let's come back to make. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. We're going to go to a new scenario. And then I'm going to go to AITable. Right? So this automation is being started now with AITable and not a webhook. Technically, a webhook from Make. Let me say that, right? You'll see what I mean by that in a minute. So we're going to watch a form, right? Because I just created a form, remember? And I'm going to add a new form. And this is AITable store demo. I'm going to look for the space. We're going to look for the form, and I'm pretty sure it's this grid view form here. And then this is going to be, I just want to make sure, house. Right. Link that, press save. AI Toy Store demo. Now this is already a webhook, and it's already been created for us. Now what's cool is this now is here too, the make integration. It's already done what we've needed and all of those other things, which is cool. You see how now this looks different? This is not, asking for me to map any data or doing anything like that. It's just putting in the ID of that data sheet if I'm correct. Could be wrong. So we're going to come here. We're going to press OK. And then it's the same thing, right? I can come to WooCommerce. I can come to create a product. Now, actually, really quick, let me do something. Let me run this automation because I want to test it, right? And then I need to come back to this form. Right, and then the product name is, this is the expert level AITable course. There still is not a course out there better than this. The price this time is $9.97. I'm not going to press publish or draft, even though that doesn't matter, right? Because the automation that I created before was linked to publish and doing those things. So I'm just going to press draft just because. We're going to press submit. This has received information. There we go right now. Now, the one thing that is different about this is that this is not like, it doesn't have the actual field name, just using like the actual data of how it looks in AITable and all those other things. So we're going to come back here once again to create a product. Click this. And then what do I need to do here? So really quick, because sometimes this still literally does confuse me of what it is, especially just like when you're testing and doing stuff like that. So this is the product. That's the product name. This is that here. The description is, they're still not one better than me. The SKU number is this right here. And then the price is that right there. So press this, press save. Let's go back. Gonna make sure this is turned on. Come back to the form. product name. This is the last course I will ever make. LOL. Out there that is better. No category. The price would be $24. Submit. Let's just go to the shop and see if we'll see that. Oh, and maybe we don't. Oh, maybe we got our first error. So how can we check that? We can go back here. Automation. Oh, no, it said that it's sent successfully, but I messed up here for some reason. Let's see what this error was. Oh, can we load? Can we load? Can we load? Because I am recording a video and doing this, this is... I've never gotten that error before. I'll have to check that in a little bit. But I hope this was a good video on showing how you can automate the store process. Now, I'm probably going to create another video or blog related to this, showing the end result of the store and the embed of the data sheet being inside where they do all of this fun stuff. But I hope this was a good and helpful video.